Oh, this is Bobby at Copel TV Repair with a hopefully helpful education, although this is not so much how-to video. There are a lot of how-to videos. It's more like just a warning in case anybody is going to undergo the procedure we just went. It's not a rocket science, but it is a royal pain in the butt. I did not make a video of the process because honestly it took a lot of time. So first things first, this is LG 50LB6500-UM, and I'm quite certain there are many more TVs that are going to be having the same problem, and I don't have all of their models. It was brought here by a customer who first came with a power supply board asking us to check it, saying that the TV is just flashing, just blinking. And they measured the voltages for the LEDs, and they said it also fluctuates. We told them there's no point testing the board based on experience. You can buy one for probably 20 bucks on eBay, and based on experience it is bad LEDs. But he said, I see them coming and flashing. Why is that? It is like that for a number of reasons. Long story, I will see if I can incorporate some of the pictures that I made in this video later when I edit it, and show you how stuff works on the inside. The reason I make this video is so that some TVs are made extremely hard to repair when they don't have the metal on the back, the copper layer that uses as a heatsink on the back, and instead it is on the top. And on the back they use this double-sided glued strip, I'm sorry, whichever the one is the correct one, and it's almost impossible. No, two, standard two, the ones with the label. Sorry about that, guys. The strips were easy to remove from the original one, and we had a lot of panels. This was the donor. This was a panel from a brand new TV. It was slightly different model, but it had the exact same strips inside. So we had to remove them. Anybody who has to removing those strips from here was a royal pain in the butt. It involved one solid heat gun, two people, and they still ended up being twisted. Some of the lens broke. Those are the original ones, but I'm talking about the ones that we took out of here. They were brand new. This panel came brand new. We ordered a lot of broken screens a while ago, so we still have a lot of panels and a lot of strips that have never been used. Those are TVs that came with cracked panels in original boxes, some of them manufactured literally 2 months before the date when we received them here, maybe 3 months, but at most then. So we know those are brand new, and we know we're doing a good service replacing all the strips. A lot of the original strips were not working when they short out. They were just missing. Some of them were flickering, and when you test them with the universal tester, they work fine. But if you put them on an actual board that has much smaller range, where you can regulate the voltage to run the desired current through them, it easily kicks over current, over voltage, whatever. Well, over voltage or under voltage, because it regulates the current. So long story short, those strips were worn out. You can see where they've produced a lot of heat. And the new strips that we took out, basically you have to heat the whole panel, and very few of you will be having a replacement panel, but whoever does, Chop Jimmy, Chop Shops, any chop shop that does that, I seriously doubt they will master it so that you receive very decent strips. And to deal with all the twisting and everything else that was going on, again, I made a few pictures, but I did not make video of how the process went, because frankly it took 3-4 hours, which is absolutely unjustified. But in order to deal with everything, after taking the whole thing apart, removing the old ones was easy, because they've been through so many hot-cold cycles that the glue wasn't sticky as much. The ones from the donor, they were absolutely impossible. With heat, without heat, with a lot of heat. And a lot of heat is bad for the LEDs. And of course, we also get a few of the lenses broken, so we had to glue them back. Eventually, we made a technology to sort of work out through it, but overall, it is a pain in the butt. And I'm just telling you that if you have to do that repair, be prepared to spend hours. And most questionable part is, where do you get good and properly taken out of a TV strips? So ours ended up being bent, especially the first ones that we took, and we tried to fix them. When we put them back on the panel on the back side, we put metal tape around every diode so that we make them better adhesion to the panel, and also to take some of the heat from the top where the metal stripe is to go to the panel itself. Overall, this is not made to be repaired, let alone cheaply. So good luck doing it. Just so that you know, this panel is T500HVJ103, whatever that is, and we took it out of, that's the inside, we're looking for the outside. As you can see, this was unit number 298. Our panel was NC500DUN, and we had the WN, and one of the first that we tried, this is one where we still have it. It turned out this was 49-inch. And the strips look almost the same, but because the label on them was slightly different, we looked for 50-inch. So this is 490. And I'm just showing to see that a lot of them are similar, but they were not the same. So no point in showing you. Of course, this works now. Is happily looking for whatever Wi-Fi hotspot. If you are to undergo that, if you are to invoice a customer, one of the things we did in the past is, if we have the exact same panel, we would have just replaced the whole panel, but the panel was not the same. That's the first thing that we looked at. The edges were different, the plastic frame would have been different. It just wouldn't have worked. Tried that before. Unless it is the exact same panel on the back or something extremely similar, it's probably not going to work. So save your time in case you have a panel. And again, if you do, you probably already know that. Best of luck. Took a lot of time for something relatively simple to say. Sorry about that. Have to learn to be more efficient. Good luck.